Okay, so I'm back with another video, and I wanted to talk about this Steve Harvey clip because this is pretty interesting. So here we go.
To some hey, Steve. All right, where's Ricky?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
That's good. So I consider myself a classic man, a man of renaissance. However, I often find myself in a friend zone when it comes to a young lady. I talk to young ladies for about 6 months. You know, I get to know them before I go into a relationship.
Okay.
However, within that time period, I often find myself being labeled as the brother, being labeled as the odd, being labeled as the fifth, seventh, third wheel when I go out with my friends.
Okay.
So I'm just
See, I know what your basic problem is.
Okay.
You're going about it the right way because you're a classic man. So that's the right way. You're taking your time. But in the taking time, you have to sprinkle tidbits of information that's a little bit more leading and insinuating than just, I'm just your friend. So by the time you form this wonderful friendship after 7 months, you got all these women considering you their brother. And now you feel like you left out when that wasn't your intention in the first place. See, you young. You got to get to it.
Yes, sir.
You got to, and then, man, you're a classic man, but you got to develop, man, you're a good looking dude, but you need a little bit of swagger. You got to put your swagger with this.
Yes, sir.
Women looking for good men. You seem like a really good guy, but you got to develop the swagger.
Yeah.
So when a woman look at you, she has to feel like, See, if you don't get a woman to bite her bottom lip in the first 30 days, this ain't going nowhere.
Did you help me craft my swag?
Yeah, I could do that for you. Look at me.
I got you. I've got you. I'm with it.
Oh. See, let me explain something to you. If I don't have nothing else, what I have is swagger.
Yes, sir.
You understand? 'Cause I carry myself like I got it together. Whether you feel that way about me or not, ain't got nothing to do with me. I project confidence. I make a woman at least have to listen to what I got to say. I ain't attractive. I got all that. My mama told me a long time ago, we don't have attractive men in our family. She told me. But he a good guy. He's articulate. He's smart. You can tell he got something going on. What do?
I just graduated from college.
See that? I told you. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you back on the show. I'm going to dress you. And I'm going to send you on a date.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, you like that video?
Okay, so my opinion on this shit is, man, Steve said a lot of real shit. He said a lot of real shit, and also the guy, he's not a bad. I thought he dressed well. I didn't see anything wrong with him. Let me see if I can find like a clip of him. Well, this is him. Oh shit. Yeah, like he's not a bad look. I mean, you guys say like the no homo shit, but like yeah, I mean, there's nothing. His only issue, what Steve touched on, is his swagger. And like when he talked to Steve, like the eye contact he gave Steve was like kind of like that. See, women, it's all these little things that women look at, and they naturally get because they've been they naturally at this point get it because they've been trained to decipher like which guys, depending on her, which guy isn't, which guy's looking for validation, which guy isn't. See, from when the interview first started, I can tell you pretty much exactly where it was going to go. From like as soon as he looked at him, as soon as he looked at Steve Harvey, I can tell you pretty much what he was. He's seeking validation. Like the look in his eye was like, I'm seeking validation out of you. You see, and it was kind of a weak look. So I'll play it back, and then I'll give my thoughts like as it goes on.
All right, where's Ricky?
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's...
Look at his dress. He's not dressed bad. He's a bigger guy, but he's not dressed. I think he's dressed pretty well.
What's up, Rick?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
That's good. So I consider myself a classic man.
See, look how like he's kind of like he has that look in his eye of like See, women know what I'm saying. Some guys may find this difficult to try to like understand what I'm saying, but women definitely. If there's a woman watching this, you know what I'm saying is true. Like, it's kind of like this desperation look in his eye. Like you can tell, like he still genuinely cares about what you have to say and shit. Which is fine when you're like being friends and shit, but when you're trying to fuck some pussy, that's a turn off. That's an immediate turn off right there. It's not the glasses, not the glass, not about the glass or anything like that. But like he just has that kind of softy look to him. Which I mean, there's always what they say. There's always a lid for every pot. There's always some girl who, or they just wouldn't see what I see. But most women can agree with me on this. He has the look of like I hope you're listening. Instead of like what Steve Harvey said later, like I can make women listen to me. Like I don't have to hope you're listening. But well, I'll keep going anyway.
A man of renaissance. However, I often find myself in a friend zone when it comes to a young lady. I talk to young ladies for about 6 months. You know, I get to know them before I go into a relationship.
Okay.
However, within that time period, I often find myself being labeled as the brother, being labeled as the odd, being labeled as the fifth, seventh, third wheel when I go out with my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and okay, exactly. You want to know why he gets labeled as a second, third, seventh, 15th, 100th wheel? Is because there's nothing other. Okay, he is big and tall because that work in his favor. But like I say, it's a man's mind that is going to do a lot of that's going to hold attraction of a woman. That's like it's what it is. See, you can be 6 foot tall. He doesn't have 6-pack abs, but you can be 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, blah blah blah, and you could get a woman to initially be kind of like get her attention a little bit, but you can't hold a woman's attention with just that, unless you just got a lot of money and she's broke and you're paying for all her shit. You can't hold her, you see. And I can see where he's not really going wrong. It's just where his life, it's just where he is right now. He's still young. He just graduated college. So give him a few years and he can figure it out. But where he is now is, like I say in other videos, especially my labor of love videos, if you're in a good place if a woman either loves you or she hates you. You're in a good place in those two areas. Those are the two places you always want to be. You want her to love you or you want her to hate you. But you don't want to float around in that middle zone. And that's where his personality, I could tell. His personality from right here. I mean, everybody has little outbursts of doing something crazy from time to time. But his overall demeanor and character is, he's just in the middle. Yeah, he's nice. He's cool. He's never going to really take any chance or do anything out. Or if he does take a chance, he's going to panic 5 seconds after he does it and look as insecure and all types of stuff. He's not going to just say something, stand by his word, and follow through it, regardless of what the woman feels. So he finds himself in this middle zone. Well, he says it. He always ends up in the friend zone, which is the middle zone. He's cool. He never did anything bad, but he never did anything outrageous to catch my attention. He never, he's always nice, but he never did anything, too crazy. He never did any, so he's floating in that nice zone. You see, like he's floating in that middle, and he keeps finding, because it's where he is. There's nothing in him that says like, okay, I do what I mean, I'm not saying like go out and like force yourself on women, but there has to be something about you that says like, I do what I want. You can take it or leave it. You see, like I'm just gonna go find another one. Like I said in so many of my older videos, like the only time a woman acts right with you is when she's been humble. And how does a woman become humble? Her self-esteem has to take a direct hit. It's the only way women act right with any man. A woman's brain is not made to handle power. Every time a woman gains power, she's going to seek out a more powerful man. It's just how women are programmed. They do not want this equal, oh, he's my good friend, but my pussy gets so wet for him. And then, okay, even if he did get lucky and find that one woman who still could get aroused for him, after a month or two, like she's going to eventually start moving on. Okay, it's just is what it is.
So I'm just
See, I know what your basic problem is.
Okay.
You're going about it the right way because you're a classic man. So that's the right way. You're taking your time. But in the taking time, you have to sprinkle tidbits of information that's a little bit more leading and insinuating than just, I'm just your friend.
I can agree with that, but I don't agree with I don't think that with the guys fucking chemistry, his charisma, that wouldn't work because that would be repulsive. Okay, with him having this look in his eye of I hope you, I care about what you think. Doing that and say like, girl, I tear you up or something like that. Like it would come off as creepy and repulsive. In his scenario, it would now. I think how Steve Harvey is for real in life, it could work for like somebody like him to do that, or it could work for somebody like me if I did it the right way. It could work for somebody like me to drop in tidbit shit like that. But like for his characteristics, no. If he tried that, he'd be creepy doing that.
So by the time you form this wonderful friendship after 7 months, you got all these women considering you their brother. And now you feel like you left out. When that what
Yeah, and the next deeper thing, which is where and him and a lot of men go wrong, usually initially in life, especially men who are raised by single mothers. This is a common part where a lot of guys go wrong. They take on a woman's characteristics, meaning he thought the woman should just automatically kind of know and read his mind and just and also take upon the willpower to initiate it with him. You see what I'm saying? Or that he deserved her intimacy because he was there so long. See, this is where a lot of guys go wrong and they end up in that cycle and they can never break out of it. You see, like I said in other videos, like women see every man as alpha. And then she sits back and waits on how the guy's going to respond or go about shit. And then she categorizes him as alpha, beta, bitch, whatever the fuck. And then she keeps going. You see what I'm saying? And like a woman is rarely going to initiate things with you. A woman is rarely going to approach you. You see, it's rare, or she's going to bring any initiating factor of life unless it's like required from her job to do it type of shit. Like a woman isn't going to do that. And a part of him and a part of many guys is, and I was there too, like you want to believe a woman will just like know it. And your dream is she like comes knocks on your door and tells you to pull your cock out type shit. Like, that's a extreme version. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like that's where a lot of guys get fucked up. Because it never happens. And this is how you end up on a show talking about, every time I talk to a girl, I end up in the friend zone after 7 months.
but your attention in the first place. See, you young. You got to get to it.
Yes, sir.
You got to, and then, man, you're a classic man, but you got to develop, man, you're a good looking dude, but you need a little bit of swagger.
Yeah. And Steve is saying some real shit, because he has no swagger. Okay, my swagger is built off of like just like personal like anger on like the reality of the world type of shit. So I think that's where a lot of my swagger comes from. But I also have the ability. But another part of my swagger is to just completely not care and to put validation into myself and don't put validation into other people and other humans. Like I genuinely don't care about other people because I always know that there's always going to be another one, 5 minutes later. So like I don't care. I don't care about YouTube. Like if YouTube shut me down, like it's not going to be the end of me because I didn't put my validation in YouTube. Or I don't put my validation in, and I put my validation, I keep it within myself to validate myself. So it's not going to kill me. So that in turn, that gives me swagger because I don't care. You see, but in other words, if you don't have swagger, a lot of situations, it means you look like you care too much. That's a lot of times what it means. You look like you can be too sensitive. And sensitivity is for women. It's not for men.
You gotta put your swagger with this. Yes, women looking for good men. You seem like a really good guy, but you gotta develop the swagger. Yeah. So when a woman look at you, she has to feel like, See you?
Yeah. If a woman's not biting her tongue or playing with her hair while she's talking to you, if she's not playing with her hair or or biting her tongue or something, or biting her lip or something like that, then you ain't it.
If you don't get a woman to bite her bottom lip in the first 30 days, this ain't going nowhere.
Bite her lip or play with her hair. If she's not like playing when she's talking to you and she starts playing with her hair and shit like that, or like biting her lip or something like that, or she's not initiating physical contact with you, like reaching out to grab you, like grab your arm or something like that. If she's not doing any of this shit, y'all been talking, she don't like you.
Well.
You help me craft my swag?
Yeah, I could do that for you. Look at me.
I got you.
No, no, you can't really. And see, this is why I don't like pickup artists. You can't really help a guy craft a swagger, okay? Because because if a guy is to learn swagger from another man, what's going to happen in reality is that guy is going to end up in the real world, and as soon as something scares him or jars him, he's going to go like, see, all that fakeness is going to go away. It's almost the same as like a bitch who puts on a lot of makeup. You know, you just dump water on her face and all the makeup's gone and she's back to what she usually is. That's what pickup artist shit is. Like pickup artist is like makeup. It's not the real you. So like with makeup, as soon as you just dump a gallon of water on a bitch face, it's gonna wash off. Or like with a man, as soon as a man gets a little nervous or self-conscious, all that swagger is gonna go away and he's gonna be this completely insecure child again. And it's gonna be even more repulsive, and the mental damage is gonna go much more deeper.
I'm with it.
See, let me explain something to you. If I don't have nothing else, what I have is swagger.
Now that's real. I agree 1,000%. Don't let the money define you. Don't let the suits define you. Don't let your car define you. Don't let you define you. So if you have nothing else, you have you. Now everything else is a good accent on your life. It can, it can help. It can, be an addition. But no, like you have to have you. And that what Steve said right there, that was real shit. That was really all he had to say. Everything else is just kind of like softening the blow type of thing. But that's really all he had to say. And that would sum up the whole thing.
Say something to you. If I don't have nothing else, what I have is swagger.
Yes, sir.
You understand? 'Cause I carry myself like I got it together.
Yeah.
Whether you feel that way about me or not, ain't got nothing to do with me. I project confidence. I make a woman at least have to listen to what I got to say. I ain't attractive. I got all that.
See? Yeah, all of that was real shit. Because Steve Harvey will say some straight beta shit from time to time, but like that was some real shit. Let's listen to that shit again.
You understand? 'Cause I carry myself else.
Now like listen to this shit because this is real shit, and I agree 1,000% with him on this.
See, let me explain something to you. If I don't have nothing else, what I have is swagger.
Yes, sir.
You understand? 'Cause I carry myself like I got it together. Whether you feel that way about me or not, ain't got nothing to do with me. I project confidence.
Yeah.
I make a woman at least have to listen to what I got to say. I ain't attractive. I got all that. My mama told me a long time ago, we don't have attractive men in our family. She told me.
And it's what I say, it's the mind. You like it's where you're getting your validation from. Like that's probably like the largest issue in all of that. Then after that, like it's a much like that's probably like 80% of it is really deducing where your validation's coming from, like who you're trying to seek validation from. Sometimes it's not really directly the woman. Sometimes it's what you think your friends will think of you type of shit. Like you really have to sit down, be alone, and think about this shit. Everything he said right in that was real.
Did you help me craft my swag?
Yeah, I could do that for you. Don't look at me.
I got you. I got you. I'm with it.
No. See, let me explain something to you. If I don't have nothing else, what I have is swagger.
Yes, sir.
You understand? 'Cause I carry myself like I got it together. Whether you feel that way about me or not, ain't got nothing to do with me. I project confidence. I make a woman at least have to listen to what I got to say. I ain't attractive. I got all that. My mama told me a long time ago, we don't have attractive men in our family. She told me.
That's real shit.
But he a good guy. He's articulate. He's smart. You can tell he got something going on. What do?
I just graduated from college.
See there? I told you. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you back on the show. I'm going to dress you. And I'm going to send you on a date.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, I'm with Steve on that. He said some real shit. If I have nothing else, I still have swagger. And that's what's going to get you out of it. See, driving that Mercedes or BMW or walking around expensive suits, like, see, it looks good, but that's not going to save you from in your own mentality. You see what I'm saying? Because if your mentality's still fucked up, I mean, everything else, it's makeup. you know, and when that makeup washes off, it's going to be over. But yeah, man. So I want to end this on, I agree with Steve Harvey on this. Well, the key topic of it. I agree with him. So let me know if you think anything, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out. Bye.